Define love.
To will the good of another.
Our number one rule was to lead each other to heaven. And that's the best good I can think of.
In the Catholic Church, marriage is much more than a lifelong commitment of faithful love.
Marriage is a covenant between a man and a woman who give themselves to each other and to God.
Father Edward Hathaway has served as the rector of the Basilica of St. Mary in Alexandria, Virginia since 2015. One of his goals has been to create a program to strengthen marriages in his parish.
As a pastor, it's of great interest for me and responsibility for me to help those marriages be strong and vibrant, joyful places where children are raised and receive catechesis in the faith.
This comes at a time when sacramental marriages have declined 70% in the U.S. alone since 1969, even as the number of Catholics in the country has grown significantly. Just last year, Pope Francis called for a lengthier and more effective catechesis in preparation for marriage. The Holy Father said the Church must walk closely with couples toward marriage, as many couples, he noted, only receive superficial preparation before their wedding. Titled Catechumenal Pathways for Married Life, the 97-page document is designed to help young people understand the sacrament, prepare engaged couples for marriage, and support newlyweds in the first years of their married life. Father Hathaway explains that holy marriage takes a lot of sacrifice, patience, self-reflection, and humility.
With any vocation, you need to work at it. It doesn't just happen, great marriage. If you can pray out loud together, maybe kneeling together before you go to bed at night, praying the family rosary. These are ways in which we acknowledge the supernatural and open our hearts to grace.
Last year in the fall, the Basilica of St. Mary introduced Date Night at the Basilica. The apostolate utilizes a program called 10 Great Dates, which helps spark intimacy, romance, and fruitful conversations between married and engaged couples as they spend time together on a date.
Each date has a theme. Starts with building a priority marriage, making your marriage a priority, learning to talk, managing your problems, your issues, conflict.
Anger management, conflict.
Encouraging one another.
Other great date topics include balancing your role as partner and parent, having an intentional marriage, and deepening your intimacy. The book and video course was developed by David and Claudia Arp. For decades, the duo has been offering resources and training to help couples build better marriages and families. Date night at the Basilica starts off with a social gathering, followed by a discussion about one of the 10 great dates topics. Then the married couples are off to go on their dates.
We thought it would be a good opportunity to carve some time out for ourselves as a married couple, but then to also meet other couples in the parish and kind of get encouraged by them and share experiences as a married couple.
Raymond and Rebecca Moore have been married for 8 years now. By participating in date night at the Basilica and meeting other married couples, they say their marriage has brought them closer to their faith.
Pray for your spouse and pray with your spouse. That's kind of drawing back to the strength of God and asking Him for help for your spouse and for yourself.
It enriches our lives, but we've gotten to meet a lot of wonderful people along the way as well.
One of the other couples participating, Leah and Chase Hatton, also believe faith is what binds them together.
I'd say faith is crucial. So apart from our COVID wedding, my wife suffered with 3 miscarriages that were really hard. And our faith really was able to help us navigate that grief in a healthy way.
9 months ago, Leah and Chase welcomed baby Annie. As new parents, date night at the Basilica is just what they needed to re-energize their marriage.
After having Annie, it was so nice that they offered childcare, and just it's so hard, especially we're not from here and our family isn't here. They've really helped us through this period of a lot of change, be able to pour into our marriage and our family now too, because they do so many great things.
Ann Somerset, one of the coordinators for date night at the Basilica, enjoys witnessing couples rekindle their love for one another at each session.
It was also so great to watch the couples on their way out the door to their dates. You know, kind of the twinkle in the eye, the feeling of anticipation of a great night, and just also that feeling of being happy and in love. I think that we all have when we first start dating comes back, and you get to see that, and that's just wonderful. And I hope that they'll know that they have a community that supports them in their church, in their parish, and all the other Catholic married couples they know.
Roselle Reyes, EWTN News in Depth.
Last week, before National Marriage Week and World Marriage Day, Pope Francis reiterated the strong need to rediscover the meaning and value of the union between a man and a woman. And last year, the Vatican released a set of guidelines for local churches to help better prepare future spouses for marriage. These new guidelines call for a lengthier process than has been in place, and it comes in 3 parts. First is the preparation, which lasts about a year and begins with a rite of engagement. The second phase includes a few months of more immediate preparation and a pre-wedding retreat. Lastly, the third phase consists of assisting newlyweds during their first 2 or 3 years of marriage. If you want to learn more about the marriage preparation programs available to you locally, contact your diocesan office. And for more information about the 10 Great Dates program that Roselle told us about in her report, visit 10greatdates.org.